While Halloween night is full of fun and a little bit of fear for all kids, it can be really scary for kids with a disability. In fact, UNICEF says 1 in 10 kids in the world have some form of disability. So how can you as a caregiver and candy giver be cognizant of this? Melanie Mills of Easter Seals Midwest passed along some tips that we could all use, starting with the caregivers. Melanie suggests to choose a sensory sensitive costume made from soft, breathable fabrics. Also avoid tags, zippers, or rough materials. I know I pulled off all the tags for my kiddos' costumes. Also look for simple costumes like superhero capes, animal onesies. Graphic t-shirts could be great that represent favorite characters. You can also make your own wheelchair-friendly costumes using cardboard boxes. A lot of stores have started offering adaptive costumes too, including Target. Now for the community, aka all of you candy givers, keep your Halloween decorations minimal. Man, they have gone off the rails this year, but maybe quieter noises would be helpful. Calm visual decorations, subtle lighting. Also offer alternative treats to candy like stickers or allergy-friendly snacks. You can create a take one station outside of your home to make it easier on children who have difficulty with communication or social engagement. And finally, this one is so important. Recognize that not all disabilities are visible. Be patient and understanding with children who may take longer to approach your door and communicate. Also, don't expect all kids to say trick or treat. That just might not be possible for some kiddos. And if you do notice a child who looks older than what you would expect or isn't wearing a costume, assume there is a reason and give them a warm welcome. I feel like we've come a long way in inclusivity talking about Halloween just in the last few years.
Absolutely. Well,